G'day everyone, Teeny back here again in Transport Fever. You join me just outside, I think it's San Bernardino food processing thingy. Anyway, we're looking at that new grain train we built last time, because if you remember correctly, well, if I remember correctly, which is more of an issue, yes, we built this new grain train as part of our our attempts to try and get some more progress down in this part of the world here near Boston. So obviously we connected this factory up here, and it is actually producing some goods finally. We've finally gotten some planks and some plastic in, and we'll have to see where that goes, because we've obviously drawn on this juggernaut of plastic production up here. As well as trying to get a bit more plastic out of San Bernardino chemical plant, and we're also getting some planks out of Tucson sawmill, and I'm sure we're also going to see some planks come down from further up, up south there. I nearly said up north, but of course Boston is the northern part of the map if I remember correctly. So yeah, I mean, we've already had trains bringing logs in and taking logs back out again, so we might see some trains bringing the planks in here to transship over to this train, which is once again hauling an absolutely mighty amount of planks out. I was hoping that you guys would actually start working your way through some of your logs. I'm assuming that production will increase with time. Now, of course, the other thing we can do to increase the utilization of planks here is also to deliver steel, because planks plus plastic makes goods, but also planks plus steel. So in theory, if we're delivering planks, plastic, and steel, we're using twice as many planks as we are plastic or steel, which is good because there happens to be a steel mill over in Orange. And of course we have iron ore up here, we have iron ore just down here in Orange, and we have coal up here near Tucson. So I think this episode we're going to go ahead and run some steel down here to Boston, and then hopefully chuck that on the existing truck route that we've got going up here, because if I recall correctly, they're hauling plastic out, but if they're not hauling plastic, they're running empty. So yes, so he's running completely empty at the moment. Obviously, if this does become a bit overloaded, like there's too much plastic and steel waiting for the trucks, then we'll have to go ahead and set up another route there and see where that takes us. I was thinking we could run the iron ore into town this way, but yeah, I don't know if I want to use that iron ore mine. It is kind of convoluted. We already have one quite close over here. Conveniently, that is not really... Where's the freight line? The freight line is this... Oh no, it is on the freight line. The freight line's the inner line, so that's not too much of an issue. The real question is, how would we be able to build a station here? Any other iron ore around we could use? I mean, we've got an abundance of logs over here. We're certainly never going to run out of logs. We do have iron ore up here in San Bernardino, which it's tempting, but of course that'll probably need to be road hauled out of there just because of the landscape. I mean, we've got this massive dip here, and we've got a bit of a mountain range here. So trying to get the iron ore from there down to the steel mill is going to be an issue. So that leaves... I guess that really does just leave this one here. Yeah, unless we've got something up here near the coal mine. We've got, obviously, coal up here. We've got that's the one we've already observed. No, because these two down here are supplying Fort Collins. So if we can get the coal out of here, which should be pretty straightforward, we'll just build a line across here and connect up with the passenger line, or even we'll drag it up here and have a station in around Tucson. We could even technically road haul it down here and put it on a train at this station. That is also a possibility. But yeah, the iron ore, a little bit trickier. I'd say we'll probably end up going with this one just because... Unless we road haul it in, that's actually probably pretty simple. Just a straight little trucking route would mean we don't get another train, but I can live with that because, well, we continue to see backlogs around this junction here just because we're running too many trains and we don't have enough tracks. I mean, this bloke here, is he still making money? Yeah, see, not doing great. And I have noticed when I've done my flybys that we're just getting train after train backing up. So this bloke's waiting to get into a platform. The grain train now can't get in his platform until this bloke gets out of the way. It's getting pretty busy. So maybe a trucking route to start with for the iron ore wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And then the coal, obviously, we are going to have to rail in just because of the virtues of distance. So that, I'm thinking, yeah, we use the existing line down around through Boston and then up that way. Otherwise, we'd have to build another line direct across here, which is probably not going to work. We could always shadow the passenger line down here, have a little Y junction, and then join up to the existing line here. That's a thought, because what's that? That's the passenger line, and it also does freight. Yeah, let's actually go with that, because that way we're utilising existing trackage, but, you know, we are shoehorning more trains into this junction. But, of course, you know, we're taking a more direct route because we're coming across here, as opposed to coming all the way down through Boston and back again. So we'll build with that in mind. Now, how are we going to get up? We have to get up to this line here. So I'm thinking a station here, and then we're just going to have to head up and over the top of all our other lines here. That seems doable. Actually, let's build the steel mill station first. So we're going to need... We're going to produce slag as well. Do we have a construction materials plant anywhere? Because that would be another bird we can kill with our stone. We have a coal mine up here too. Again, fairly straight shot down here, but then of course we're going to have to reverse the train. Obviously it's going to be a bit more convoluted to bring it around this way because of this big hill in the way. But no, we're not looking for that. We're looking for a construction materials plant. Sing out if you can see one, because I can't see one. The nearest one I can see is all the way up there. There's not one over near Boston, is there? Because we've got plenty of gravel sitting around too I wouldn't mind doing something with. We've got one all the way up here. I mean, doesn't seem terribly convenient to the railway though. So we might not be able to do anything with the slag here, which will limit how much production we're going to get out of here. Yeah, I definitely don't see any brickworks apart from this one. Oh, there's another one right there, or this one over here. So that's a bit of an issue. So we'll go ahead, we'll put a platform in just in case, but I can't see us actually needing it. So we're going to need a new station. That's probably a bit short, just saying. Let's go with a nice standard, I know, quote-unquote standard, 400-metre station for this one. Can we squidge the map down a bit, please? I'd like a bit of a squidge. Yeah, we're going to need at least one track for coal coming in, 2 tracks for steel going out, and a 3rd track for the... Can you hug the railway line? You can, then you disappear into the side of the mountain. Okay, fair. Is that the main road between Orange and... yes, it is. Okay, Orange and wherever the hell that goes. So let's rebuild the road to get it out of our way. I don't even think that counts as interrupting a main connection. No, so clearly the game really doesn't care about keeping them connected. So I guess anyone travelling between those 2 towns is doing so on our trains and our trains alone. So run that road around like that. That should be A-OK. Run that up like that, that's fine, and we should have a bit more room to play with to get our station in now. There we go, that looks a bit better. We can drop that in there, boom, make it happen, and connect that up, obviously, to make sure we're in the catchment area, which we are. Good, yes. Now, we're needing a track, we're going to need an inbound and an outbound track. I don't know why I keep building concrete, timber rather, we should be building concrete, that is the new thing. It's the done thing. In fact, let's upgrade the station now. It's quite pointless, obviously, because the trains are all stopping there, but it'll look a bit more uniform. There it is. It's near the top. I thought it was near the top. I'm getting all excited and rushing down to the bottom. Not that rushing down to the bottom is a bad thing. You know, do what you will. Connect that up like that, and we'll need to bring these 2 tracks. No, of course, you're not going to connect up straight away. Will you connect up like that? Is that going to look janky? No, it's actually a nice smooth connection. Well, hey, look at us starting off on the right foot. Good-o. Yes, good. Bring that down like that, and we may as well just sort of upgrade the track around. Yeah, I know. Hi, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for playing. We'll go ahead and put down some fancy light signals in here, obviously, because light signals are life. We'll get rid of that signal. We'll keep the one that he's going through now because it won't affect things too much. And drop in another one there. Now, obviously, we are going to need to make sure everyone can get into every platform. So we'll let autosave do its thing, but then I want to, put a set of points in because it's what we do. There we go. So we'll run that in. Yeah, there. That looks all right. That's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I know a couple of episodes I said I really wanted to go through and upgrade some of the towns that we'd sort of neglected, but how's that going for us? Oh, we've got a new freight gondola available and a new electric engine. I'm okay with this. That actually matches some of the diesels we've got too. So, huge fan of that, just because more trains to play with and unified colour schemes, because I like unified colour schemes. It looks pretty. So the existing line is A-OK through here. Obviously, he's going to come through here somewhere. We've got transit tracks here. 1, 2. Yes, that's good. Swing around this junction here. Fiddle-dee-dee, coming up here, we're going to have to split off for some sort of triangle action. Now, obviously, there's a big steep hill here, so this is going to make things a little bit interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these signals. I know, I'm sorry about that. We will need to put a set of points in here. We want to keep them reasonably quick, so we're not holding up the passenger trains. Yeah, 80 clicks an hour, that'll do. That's about right. May as well upgrade the track on either side as well. Oh, that's a lot of upgraded track. Good work, us. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just have a little triangle, and we should only need the one coal train. I'm not anticipating a massive amount of steel production here. So bring that in, so it splits off roughly parallel to try and keep it on the same level as the existing track. And we'll need to go ahead and throw down a couple of signals here for the junction. That should be fine. And then obviously we'll need 4 trains coming off the branch. So squidge this around in a nice big sweeping curve around there. Excellent. Now we'll build as if we're going to have 2 trains, just in case. But I think we'll only need the 1. So in that case, I'll run a track down like this. Actually, no, we'll run parallel for a bit, because we do have this nice wide bridge, thanks to the great crash of last episode. We'll bring this down to the next signal here. Actually, do we want to join this line at all? If we keep it separate, we can then just run it over the top without having any, what do you call it? There's a word I'm trying to think of. Any conflict. That'll do. Any conflict between trains. And if we do need passing loops on this section, we can just squeeze them in. San Bernardino Chemical Plant. I thought I sorted your problems out. I gave you more customers for your plastic. Maybe it's just that our trucks aren't picking the plastic up quick enough. You're coming in with grain. You should be going out with plastic. Why don't we just go ahead and upgrade all of you guys to a fancier type of truck? The Studebaker plastic. It doesn't carry grain. That carries grain. I see the problem. Well, we might have to upgrade you to exactly the same type of truck, the Opel Blitz then. That is, what's your speed? 40, you're 60, the Benz is 40 as well. Yeah, I think the Opel Blitz is the best truck we've got at the moment that can haul both grain and plastic in the same vehicle. So, we might put a few more trucks on that route in good time if this thing keeps whinging. Oh, now Orlando Sawmill's having a sook. What's your problem? You are trying to ship more items. Oh, you've got 130 planks stored. Big whoop-de-doo. We do have a lot of logs backed up down here, though. That's more of an issue. But yes, I don't think he'll be whinging for too much longer. I'm not even sure what his problem is, considering this guy over here has stopped whinging despite having far more logs and planks to deal with. So, there's that. We're over here. We're building things. We're building track near San Bernardino. Keep your head on straight. But yes, as I was saying, if we do want to run a second train, we could just put a passing loop in on the junction here, and we'll just keep this as a separate alignment so it doesn't conflict with our passenger trains, which I think will be fine. And if it's not fine, cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, speaking of crossing things, we are going to have to peel off this passenger line, probably here, actually. We're starting to go uphill. Are we? No, it's just a bit of a cutting. Okay, I think then it drops down to go into the tunnel, yeah. So we'll stay parallel to about here, and then we want to stay on the level. We don't actually want to follow the passenger train down. Yeah, okay, so if anything, we want to go up slightly. I said slightly, that's more than slightly. But that's fine, that should point us in the right direction. That's pointing us too much in the right direction. If you could point me slightly less in that direction, and that will get me over the top. Yes, and over the top again. Yes, excellent. Now, we have to get over this highway, and I'm saying over because, well, you can't really go under it. It should be obvious. So if I run, I might actually back this off a bit. If I run this straight across to here, you are going to put a nice bridge in. Oh, that does look good. Of course, now we have a problem with altitude because the coal mine's all the way down there, but, well, we had to get over our passenger lines anyway, so I guess it was going to happen one way or the other. Now, that is a fancy... Oh, that's an older type bridge. That's a fancier type of bridge. Now, this I can get on board with. Is it too fancy? What's our motivation here? Do we want to go less fancy? That's too less fancy. No, I like this one, but I feel we've been building this one a lot. We could go just the plain Jane concrete one. Yeah, this just feels a bit too ostentatious. Let's go the plain Jane concrete one and see where that leaves us. Can we bring it back a bit? Bridge pillar collision. Okay, we can put it there. Yeah, because I'm thinking if we can lose a bit of altitude, that would be super. Yeah, drop it down as low as it'll go. That's as low as it'll go. Okay, good. And plop it in like that. That's good. I mean, it's a bit, obvious, but there was no logical way to get across, get rid of the tunnels. There's no other logical way to get across these roads, and I love that it goes across the intersection without any argy-bargy whatsoever. That is just fantastic. And apparently something's happened in the background, which is absolutely fantastic. So, cool. I really should remember to close other windows before I start playing games. So this is going to be one heck of a climb for any sort of outbound trains. Good for them. We probably should have electrified this, because electric power is vastly superior. Problem, the entrance to the coal mine is all the way over there. So any station we build is going to have to be somewhat near the entrance. Actually, no, it doesn't have to be a problem. We can turn that into an asset by putting a station in over here. Yeah, that'll do. Drop the station in there. And I know you're thinking, but T-Nick, it's all the way over there and you're not building your train over there. I don't know why you're talking like that either. That's weird, man. Stop that. But it does give us a bit of room that we can hopefully go up this grade on a more gentle gradient, because hills are bad and trains don't like going up steep hills. So if we can ease the grade off slightly, it might give our trains a bit more of a run up. That is a heck of a lot of landscaping you want to do, but okay, I'll allow it. If it eases the grade, I'm all for it. So, just spitballing here. What do you think of that? Not a bad grade. Not a fan of the level crossing. So, I'll get rid of that. Yeah, I bet that's upset someone. Yeah, Gainesville to Tucson's now having a strop. Good. Connect that up like that. No, connect. Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's a bit better. I mean, it's a tight curve as you come out of the station, but really didn't see much around that. It was always going to be a thing. Oh, crap. Are we actually using that road? No, they're just cars. Okay, well, screw you. Medium country road. Yeah, connect that up. That's going to put in a slightly janky level crossing. No, it's exceptionally janky. Good stuff. Okay. Hideous. Really hate that level crossing. Let's try and put that track in again and hope for the best. Is that a bit less janky? It is. And yeah, it's not great coming out of the platform. We got a bit of a hump here, but I should have replaced those road vehicles last time. But I didn't. Can we upgrade these yet? Ooh, look at all the different varieties we have. Ooh, we can go wigwam, but I get the feeling they're a bit out of date. That's very European. Oh, we're paying every time we want to look at it. Okay, well that's money well spent. Ooh, 20 grand. Ooh, I like this one. This one's fancy. Worth every penny, I guess. Yeah. I like it how the less busy railway line has the more advanced crossing equipment. We may as well upgrade this one in sympathy. What's this one? Why are there two distinct different types? Oh, one slightly lower than the other. Okay, let's go with the slightly lower one because it's not hovering. And we had a nice cross shot that we weren't paying attention to. Well, I wasn't paying attention. You guys might have seen it. I hope you saw it. Was it good? Tell me all about it. So yes, that's the railway line connected up. So we need to put a line in place there. Ooh, nice teal colour. I'm a fan. I endorse this wholeheartedly. So follow our existing line, come down here, scoochy, scoochy, scooch. This is actually quite a long line. I think 2 trains might be the order of the day here. And we've got a convenient depot here, which is good. So this will be coal tucks to... I don't know how I abbreviated orange. It's definitely a thing that I've abbreviated somewhere. But I don't know... What do we actually have delivered to Orange? Do we actually have anything that goes to Orange? Yes, we do. O-R-N-G. Oh, no, that is what I thought. Didn't look right. Okay. Well, I was right all along, so yeah. Deal with it. Now, let's talk motive power. I'm pretty sure we've still only got passenger diesels as far as, diesels go, which is super helpful. Yeah, we got a lot of really pretty diesels, like this nice New Haven one, but again, P stood for passenger. It's a passenger engine. But then again, the NoHab one is not as good at hauling heavy loads up hills. So we might be going steam again. I do like the idea of the big boy. It's a big engine. I mean, it's going to get the job done. Or we could go a German fella. But I mean, the big boy's the big boy. I mean, that, or we could go another 9,000, because they were doing quite well for us as well. I mean, he could haul that massive steel train. So, yeah, let's go with a massive coal train. We should have a new coal wagon available, I think. Yeah, the new bigger gondola. As a modern gondola, these cars are used for carrying loose bulk materials. Loose bulk materials, name of my sex tape. Now, how many of these do we need? We need a 400 metre long train, don't we? So how's that going to go for us? Quite well, actually. Yeah, and can we whack a caboose on there? Scrolling, 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 scrolling. Wow, that is just serendipitous. That is fantastic. So you, my friend, are going on our brand new coal line, Tux to Orange. Go forth and depart in spectacular steam train fashion. Oh god, the lighting is absolutely abysmal. But, hot damn if that's not an impressive looking steam engine. Yeah, that's the ticket. And nice big coal hoppers too. What's your capacity, friend? 378. I'm quite impressed with you. You go and do the Lord's work. If the Lord's work involves moving coal from a mine to a steel mill. If we do need a second train, we'll only need 2, that's for sure. But we'll stick with 1 for now. We'll put in passing loops and add a second train if we need to. While he's going off to pick up his first load of coal, we can cheekily set up our iron ore route. And yeah, we'll go with trucks for this one, just because, well, it's quite a simple matter to get through Orange as a truck, as opposed to trying to shoehorn a train station in at this junction here, which, I mean, it's doable. We'd build the station here and run it around like this, but we've got enough trains already on this section and it doesn't work for us, so why would we add more? And obviously we'll need to bring the trucks down over here. I'm going to replace all these road vehicles in a minute. Bear with me. Whee! Spin around. There we go. Drop that in there. Fantastic. Yep, okay, good for you. Trying to set up a route here. Not interested. And go ahead and get us a new line, please. Nice dark blue colour. Good. We seem to be past the puke and the olive green stage again. So just from orange, transfer to orange annex, please. And this will be iron or orange. Is that how I spelled it? I'm going to second guess this every time. Orange. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. Good. Our coal train is now, let's get a nice aerial shot over the town here. So there's a passenger train leaving. Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah, big impressive passenger train. 40 k's an hour, good for you. And is that the line that's passenger train supposed to? Yes, the goods lines are in the middle. The passenger line's supposed to be on the outside. This is fine. But catching up to the passenger train comes that monster 9,000. Look at him go. Yeah, you chuff on, brother. Chuff on. Yeah, hopefully you figure out how to use the transit tracks through the other freight station. So that's good. That is a nice looking train. The caboose in the back. I have no idea when we're going to have to stop using caboose. Again, that's my version of the plural for caboose. Road vehicle depot. Let's talk road vehicles. Obviously, I have a depot here. The buses and the trucks have come from somewhere. There it is. Found it. No, I know. I saw it first. And we'll just go to the Studebaker, I guess, because that's only hauling iron ore. So it should be completely fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll start with 10, see how that goes. We might need to up that to 12 or 16 or another arbitrary number that is more than 10. And we'll send you guys out on the iron ore route, please. Good. So that's our 2 supplied cargoes coming into the steel mill. Now all we've got to do is get the steel from there over to this factory. Now, we've built the extra platforms down here, so I'm thinking we rail it as far as Boston, and then we might even just have a separate trucking route taking it up here and bringing it back. And if we put the truck stop on this side, it will hopefully ensure that any goods for Boston will come in on this side to get unloaded at this truck stop, and any goods coming in here will be going to the train station for forwarding down the line. It's a theory. I don't know if it'll work for me, but I kind of want to justify the fact that we had to rebuild this station just to get this second street connection in. Oh, and the fact that we tacked on these extra couple of platforms too. But mostly it's the truck need thing, words, discussions. Yes, okay, so we'll bring you down. We're only going to need one of these 2 tracks for now, but I'd like to set it up so that both tracks have some purpose in life, because otherwise it gets really existential and they start questioning, the meaning of it all. Would we want to keep the steel train going? Where else could we take the steel on this line if we stopped off here? Nowhere. Okay, so that puts paid to that idea, unless we ran another steel train out of here and had it running both ways. But yeah, okay, so the steel train will likely want to turn around here. So we'll go ahead and put a set of points in here. Goodo. And then we'll just make sure these two tracks will connect up with the main goods line that we've got going on down here. So we've got a bit of a junction here for the depot. Unfortunately, these guys won't be able to use that depot, but there's the depot at orange, so that should be okay. I need to get rid of this signal here because it's just going to get in the road. Now, can I get a diamond junction here, or is the hill going to be an issue? No, the hill's not going to be an issue. Very impressed. Everything's coming up my way today. This is good. This is good. It's going well. It's going good. Going good. Going great. Good. Good. Yep, drop a signal down here. Stop talking like an idiot. How about signals going this way? Yeah, we could probably get away with having a signal here just to move trains forward a bit. And ditto will have a signal coming in this way. But yes, obviously I put those points on the wrong side because it means the steel train will be coming in on this outer track. But yeah, it'll all come out in the wash. And the colours will all run, and just don't put white things in. It just won't end well. Yes, so that should be the steel train able to be set up now. Fingers crossed. Oh, nice purple colour. So you'll come from Orange East and head down to Boston Central. Oh, interesting, you've decided to use that platform. Were we not using that platform for anything else? We were not. Super impressed we extended the station now and just did all that track work. That was good work, and for some reason the red line decides it wants to go to single. What's wrong with this bit of track? Well, in that case, to force it, I'm going to get rid of that, because that's not going to break anything, but it'll force him to use the correct tracks as he passes through Boston. Yeah, okay, so hang on. That's the Boston Interstate Freight. Does that actually stop at Boston in both directions? It does. God knows why it changed tracks then. That was kind of weird, but good for you. Okay, so this is steel orange to Boston. And the added advantage of this, well, actually, no, I say advantage, it's probably going to be more of a side effect, is we could potentially have planks come into this station, come down to the factory, not go to the factory, but then get loaded onto another truck down to this station, because the planks will be finding a home over here if we divert the excess steel from the steel mill over to this machine shop here. So that might be an issue, but if it is, well, at the end of the day, we're carrying cargo. As long as we don't have too many goods back up here, it won't be too much of an issue. But yes, we'll need a nice shiny train for the steel train. Obviously, that won't have to be as big as the monster coal train we just built. So let's talk to Ziesels. I'm really tempted to go the NOHAB. I like the NOHAB. I know it's European, but I want to build more diesels, and we're not getting any diesels from America at the moment. The other option we could do is we could go with, I guess we could go with another Mikado. They're available for another 10 years. So, yeah. I don't know why you guys are different. I think, pretty sure you're the same. I mean, obviously this one lasts a bit longer. You'll go with this one because I want to replace him with a diesel eventually. And wagons, freight wagons, we'll go with a nice steak car there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How long does that make you? 229. I can't remember how long Boston is. I think it's 320 because standardization is awesome. And I can't remember how big I build any of my stations because I just sort of pick an arbitrary number and go, hello, it's fine. So you, my friend, are going to be going out on our new steel line, which is Urung to Boston. Off you go. And of course, horrible, crappy lighting. Nice truck in the background though. And we'll just watch our steel train emerge as is tradition. That's one fine looking steel train. Nope, that's fine, autosave. You do your thing. Just enjoying the departure of this new piece of equipment we've purchased. But, you know, whatever. Do your thing. It's cool. Actually, you sort of saved us when the game crashed last time, so I'm not that mad. Just pretending. You're all right, buddy. Yeah, so we've still got nowhere we can take the slag. But, yeah, we can bring the steel. Well, we will be bringing the steel down to Boston. And now we just have to set up our trucking route to bring the steel back up here. We don't have that much traffic coming in here. We could probably get away with extending this guy And if it does become a problem, if stuff starts backing up, we'll just put a second truck stop in. But yeah, so we should be able to get a cheeky little trucking route in here from Boston Exchange up to Boston South. There's nothing really else I need him to carry. You know, I mean, he's going to be taking goods back again, that much we know for sure. But it's sort of not like I can divert him anywhere else to pick up anything else on the way. So we may as well just leave him. So I mean, another option would be to bring him up here, load him up with food, and then bring him into town, and then repeat on the way back. But I just think we're just going to have to deal with just running the steel and the goods. So we'll call this steel. He might pick up plastic and goods. Boston, and we'll call this Boston Factory, just so it makes a bit more sense. Broken the naming convention. Obviously, I don't normally add an industry after that, but you know what? You only live once, so do whatever it takes. So that should be fine. We'll go ahead and build, I guess, like 6, maybe 7. No, we'll go 6. I like even numbers. That's a road vehicle depot there. Do I have 2? Oh, one of them is a tram depot, of course. Now you can carry steel and goods, so that will be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll send you guys out on, what did I say? It was steel, plastic, and goods. Diddly-diddly-dee. Steel, plastic, goods, Boston to Boston Factory. So once the steel train does start making some deliveries, you should be able to run back and forth. But initially, you'll start picking up any goods that are produced and run them down there. Now, I just noticed when I zoomed out, we have a lot of oil waiting here. How are these trains doing? Only one of them bothered to have a caboose, which was awfully nice of them. Yeah, how are we doing financially? No, it's sort of dipped a bit, which is disappointing. Would another train help? I'm wondering. Are they getting stuck somewhere? Because obviously they're running down here to the refinery, and that's fine. And then they're picking up fuel and continuing it on over to the abattoir to, well, not only fuel but oil as well. In fact, that's the oil waiting to go out on the trucks. Oh, good, another noise in the background. That's fantastic. That's what I want more of. Really should have closed that. Whatever that is, I think it's Chrome doing that before I open the game. But whoops-a-daisy. So we've got plenty of plastic waiting here to go out on the Minneapolis train. That's good. Got a nice variety of freight here. But yeah, what's holding up our oil trains? Is it this junction here, or is it just the speed of the train? What are you carrying in? 108 oil, 36 fuel. Yeah, I'm not sure why you guys aren't making money. You're not running empty from the oil refinery. Come on. The map got stuck. There we go. Where's another oil train? Is it because you're just waiting in a queue? It might be because you're spending all your time waiting in a queue. Yeah, okay, that's a bit disappointing. What we might do is split them up, have one oil train run down and run back again, and then have a separate train just shuttling back and forth up there and there. So that way we've got one train hopefully running fully loaded up there and not multiple trains running partially loaded. So to do that, we'll need to put a set of points in over here. We'll go timber just to match the aesthetic. Like that. Okay, good. Yes, fantastic. So, we'll set up new lines for this. Oh, good. Pooh Brown and Poohia Brown. Excellent colour choices. So, we'll start up at Boston West, and we want this one to just shuttle down here to Boston East. Fair enough. And then chuff on through Boston Central. Wow, west, east to central. So, if that's west, yeah, that's definitely north. Good. I haven't been wrong this entire time. Excellent. Unless they're just arbitrary names and it's just random where it puts them. It doesn't actually take distances or directions into account, in which case I'm screwed. So that should be fine there. Good. And we'll call this oil, fuel, Boston. Good. Yes. So you guys, we will switch over to the new line, please. We've called it oil. No, it should be called crude because oil is the stuff crude oil turns into. How confusing. So you are crude fuel Boston now. Good. So that's one of these trains now just shuttling back and forth. And eventually I will upgrade them all to a slightly nicer train. So now over here, they're coming in and out of platform 1. Good. So platform 2 we want to use for our little shuttle train up to San Bernardino sort of freight terminal up there. So get rid of those and whack in a set of points here. Yeah, very delicate construction in this game. I just whack it in, just hope for the best. Just thump a set of points in, should be right. Ooh, a German electric engine. Delicious. And we'll drop the signals back where they used to be, just in case, but I think we'll only have trains running back and forth on this section to get to and from depots or if we do swap their lines over. Now this one I want to run from Boston East over to San Bernardino Abattoir. And now I'd like you to use the same terminal as the existing oil line. Oh, we've got a spare terminal. Never mind. That's also good. Fine with me. So this is oil/fuel, Boston to Sunbada. Good. Fantastic. Now we need to find one of those oil trains and get him going on that one. You, sir, you'll do. So you can go... What do we call it? Oil, fuel. It's literally open in the corner of your screen, you dummy. There it is. You are now on that line. Good. So that leaves 2 trains on the original track. Hello. You're one of them. So I'm going to send them over just to the new oil delivery train for now and just see how things shake out. Because, yeah, one train going back and forth here will obviously ease congestion at the junction, which is good. I just don't want to get too much freight backing up here because that would be bad. See how simply I managed to word that? This good, otherwise bad. Yes, if only everything was that simple. Where's the other oil train? You there. Yes, you also need to. Where's the oil train we just redirected? I might actually put him on the new crude fuel line because he's already underway. And it's just these 2 we need to switch over now. And obviously I want the last one to be on the oil fuel run because that way I don't have to dick around waiting for him to turn around. So this chap here, once he unloads, we'll also swap him over to the new crude oil line there from Boston. Yeah, anytime you're ready. Just, you want to come into the platform a bit faster? Come on. Don't have all day. Come on, just I'll get out and push if that's what it takes. Oh good, this chap's moving as well. Excellent. So again, plenty of freight being moved. We may end up needing 2 trains on this route, but I mean they've all got empty wagons, so I think we'll get away with it in the short term. So we are going to switch over to crude fuel piston. Once you've finished unloading, yep, pump harder. Well, that's not what you want to hear. Yes, good. Okay, you're on the crude fuel route, and you, my friend, we should be able to switch over without you losing your cargo. I hope. Yes, good. You've retained your cargo. Here comes our new grain train as well. Hello, 304. You're barely making a profit though. Those wagons must be expensive to run. 110 grand last year. Oh, 1.2 million the year before. That's not too bad. Maybe you just got caught up in a bit of a traffic jam. How are you doing? You are a cattle train. You are making motzes of money. Fantastic. God, look at all the freight waiting in our truck stops. This is awesome. Also bad. Yeah, San Bernardino food deliveries needs to up the tempo there, as does Orange commercial deliveries. Orange industrial deliveries could probably stand to put some more trucks on. And yes, San Bernardino, the grain oil plastic route. Okay, more trucks for everyone pretty much. Where's the depot? There's one literally right here. You just drove past it. No, I want both windows open at the same time. There we go. That wasn't so hard, was it? So let's go ahead. We need opals for this one, don't we? Yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go with another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's probably overkill, but, well, I've committed to it. And they are on the grain/oil/plastic route. Off you go, sunshine. Get rid of him. And now this depot here, or this truck stop rather, Orange commercial deliveries, we need to up the tempo. Those guys could probably stand to be replaced. What are they delivering? They're just delivering food and goods and then maybe eventually tools. So we can go with, what's that, tools? Yes, okay, good. So we'll replace them all with the Studebaker, and that should hopefully work its way through that backlog they've got going on. It's the San Bernardino food deliveries I'm really concerned about. Now they are delivering, for some reason, plastic. Not sure the logic there. Machines, they've come off the train. Fuel, that's come from here. Tools, yeah, okay. So we need an all-in-one truck for that. The Blitz will do that nicely. So we'll go with 1, 2. No, that's fine. Autosave. Just yeah, it's cool. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 again, and send them out on San Bernardino food deliveries, which is under S. There it is. Now I believe I had some old road vehicles I need to sort out as well. Oh yes, trams are getting old too. Hi, Minneapolis City Circle. Okay, let's have a look at that. Does this still fit the needs of the town? Not really. Okay, so we need to upgrade this with a new tram. Oh, that's that nice San Francisco thingy, I think. No, many North American cities, Toronto and Cleveland, neither of which are San Francisco. Now that looks distinctly European. Bugger off. What about this thing? This is Pittsburgh. Okay. 666 of them. No one saw a problem with that number. And what about this fella? This is a Toronto... Yeah, okay, so these are both North American. This one can hold 17 passengers. Sign me up. Replace all of them, 650 grand. Yeah, we've got the money. So that's Minneapolis anti-clockwise, and clockwise we may as well do the same thing. We should probably put a few more on too. Just, you know, we've only got, what, 4. So why don't we go ahead and send out another couple, because, yeah, the tram stops are pretty popular in this town, which I'm okay with. So we've got 2 of you on Minneapolis AC and 2 of you on CW. Now, are we fulfilling the needs of the town? Probably not. We could probably do with a couple of bus services. Bugger off, Road Vehicle 10, I'll get to you. Because, I mean, I'm seeing a big part of town up here we're not serving. Okay, that part of town, but still a part of town. Oh, there you go. Got some houses around here which are within walking distance of the station, but still. We've also got this chunk of town down here, and the city circle is probably covering this. So I'm thinking we run a bus from here up to here via the station, and maybe this tram stop here, just to help move the people to where they actually want to go. In fact, would be beneficial running it all the way to Nashville as well, just to supplement the train service, because I'm noticing a little bit of traffic here. How's the train doing? Yeah, fully loaded, so, and a lot of people waiting at the station. Okay. Now, look, we'll turn the bus around. We'll keep people on the trains. It just means we need to build more trains, and I need to stop being a lazy sod. Now, we want a small street just so we can have a bit of a turn round here. So we'll run a bit of road up here. I guess we'll run it down like that. No, I want it to be parallel. I want it to be parallel. Well, that'll do. And then we'll just connect that up. It's parallel-ish. It's close enough. And we'll go ahead and run a bus stop. Just dump it there, I guess. Cool beans. Now, this looks like an absolute snarl of an intersection, so probably not a good place for a bus stop. We do want to run via the station, though, so I'll shoehorn one in on this street. We can stop outside the station at the existing tram stop. That's a tram line there. We probably don't need a bus stop there. Yeah, okay. So if we have one here, people can walk across to the tram stop if they need. Again, bit of a snarl of an intersection, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. And drop one in there, and they can just run around the block, I guess. Yeah. Or do we want him to run around that block, or do we want him to come a bit further down here and maybe run around a block down here, just so he's linked everything up? That's probably a better idea, because that way people can change in either direction. So yeah, we'll run another bus stop at the corner here, so you can walk over to the tram stop, and then we'll just have a sort of a turnaround bus stop here. That should be fine. Good. So let's set up our new bus route in Minneapolis. Oh, we've gone with jet black. Oh, I like that. Modern, probably. Minimalist. Yes, so run through there, through that bus stop, through that bus stop, through that bus stop, and that bus stop. So it's a bit of a roundabout route. No one's going to actually sort of ride this bus from one end to the other, but it provides good interconnectivity with the tram and the train station. Those stops are probably a bit too close together, but whatever. I see you've decided to go up to the end of the road and turn around instead of using my nice little U-turn bay. Whatever. You do you. So we'll call this Minneapolis. I'm pretty sure I spelled that completely wrong. Minneapolis. Okay, no I didn't. We'll call this Crosstown Express, and Express is in inverted commas because it's purely a marketing thing. It's the opposite of an express. Do we have a road vehicle depot over here? We do, up here. Good, excellent. Let's get a couple of these nice new buses. It costs a lot of Deutschmarks. I'm assuming it's European. It is better than the twin coach though, but the twin coach is American. Yeah, bugger it. Let's get a couple of Mercedes-Benz. Let's get 4 of them. And send them out on the Minneapolis Crosstown Express, which is here. Good. Now, another thing we can't do is put a second street connection on at our station to access this side of town. So anyone on this side of town can't actually catch the train, which hurts me because I want them to be able to catch the train. No, I can't do that. Actually, let's just go medium street just because one building might be removed. Okay. No, just Could you, no? Just, yep, you had it. There you go. Good. Yes. Yeah, because the people on this side of town obviously can't get to the train station, so they just jump in their cars and drive to whatever the next town is. So we'll need to give them a bus service. So I'm going to run a bus stop there and there, and we'll just run a bit of a loop there. In fact, we've already got buses over here. They're the ones you just built in the depot, you gibbon. So, you know, they're probably not significant. We'll drop one here and here, just reasons. And we'll drop one on the other side of the bridge as well. And then obviously you can run through that bus stop. So, yeah, we'll run another bus route, I guess just down to the station here. I guess we could send him down to this part of town to turn around. And we'll have to come up with a fun name for that as well. So if he's going to run up through this bus stop like the other one is, we'll whack a bus stop in here, and then we'll just send him up here to turn around somewhere. Where would be a good spot to turn around? Well, we can have a bus stop here, and then yeah, we'll turn him around at this tram stop, I guess. So send him into the tram stop, and then he'll reverse direction and go that way. And we'll have to come up with a catchy name for this, because Crosstown quote-unquote Express has already been taken. So this one will start here and go here. That works. Then go there. No, I've got them around the wrong order. Fantastic. We'll start here and go here. And then go there. That's a bit better. And then swing down here. Stop off here. Swing by the main station. Drop off there, drop off there, drop off there. And then just come by there to finish. Did that work? No, that's not the stop we wanted to use. We wanted to just use this, View Street. Can you then come by here? Not really. No. Okay, cool. But it's nice to know that's an option that we don't have. So no. So then we want to go Valley Street, back up Lee Street, Green Street, Maple Street. Wow, we've got a lot of stops on this route. I get the feeling I overkilled a bit. Nah, whatever. And we'll call this Minneapolis Other Crosstown Express. Yep, totally witty, totally planned name there. Good work, me. We'll need some buses for that too. I can't remember how many built the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, that'll do. Send you guys out on the Minneapolis Crosstown Other Express. See? Other Crosstown Express. Nailed it. Good. Now, we're probably running out of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and see what other vehicles I need to renew. Train 84 needs to be renewed. And more trams need to be renewed. Good stuff. Well, that should be fairly straightforward. Oh, that's a lot of trams and buses. Okay. Wow. Good stuff. Okay. Well, we might have to finish off by renewing a bunch of stuff, and that'll do. So the Columbia City Circle AC, what are you? Oh, I've got a lot of windows open, don't I? Let's just go over there. Yeah, and you go over there. You go down there. You come up there. Good. Everyone out of the way. I want to see what I'm looking at. So, what are we looking at? Well, we've got a lot of routes open. Good stuff. This is the Columbia City Circle AC, running some really shonky old buses. Go ahead and turn them into Mercedes, please. And we'll have to reevaluate. We probably don't really need new buses because there's no one really waiting at the stops. Obviously, we've got good saturation of the different routes here, so yeah, that should be fine. And we'll do the same for this one. Vehicles, yeah, they're the clunky old double-deckers. Go ahead and replace with the modern Mercs. While we're in Columbia, we may as well look at this one. Same deal. Just the 4 buses to replace. And what was the other Columbia up here? The other City Circle. Yeah, go ahead and replace that with the Merc as well. Good, so we've got a nice unified fleet going on down there. Now, San Bernardino. Weren't we just here? These buses should need replacement as well. Yeah, we'll go the Merc again. Just keep it simple. 1.5 million. God, vehicles are getting expensive. He says, looking at a bank balance of 1.5 billion. Mwah! I realise I've exaggerated a bit, but not much. Not much. 4 million or so. Chump change. Now, the crude oil train from Sioux Falls over to Moreno Valley. Didn't we only build that like 2 parts ago? Oh, it is a very old engine, isn't it? Oh, it's long out of date. What you doing? Just sitting. Oh, look at how dusty and grubby you are. Okay, well, we can't look at how dusty and grubby you are because autosave's gotten in the way, as usual. Yeah, you definitely need to be replaced. So, again, how long a train are we talking here? Let's look at our non-standard station length. So this is a 320-metre station. Good. Hopefully I built the same length at the oil refinery. Please, 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 please. Oh my god, I did. Thank God for that. And we've got a lot of oil waiting up here, so we can probably go ahead and replace you with a bigger train. Do we want to go steam? I really want to go diesel, but we just don't have the diesels. Well, unless we go the NoHab again. You know what? Steam's not dead yet. Let's go ahead and throw a Mikado on there. We haven't built the old style one for a while. And what did I say? 320. So we'll go ahead and chuck some nice modern tank cars on there, up to 300 or so. 296, that seems fine, and we'll whack a caboose on there as is customary. Boom. 308 meters, perfect, print it, make it happen. 20 million, don't even care. That's you've earned it, train 84. And yeah, you're going to be what takes us out today. Yeah, poor old thing. That's probably one of our last consolidations running, actually. I thought we'd gotten rid of them all already, to be honest, and this one's still going strong. It was a good earner for its time, but yeah, long since overdue, probably getting in the way of some of the passenger trains. Well, that one's going the other way, but I'm sure a passenger train will show up that will be delayed by this train. But yeah, so that's the end of the consolidation on this route, and coincidentally, the end of the episode. See what I did there? I tied them together. I know, I'm not that clever. I like to think I am. Oh, I see you've been held up by something else. Bully for you. But yeah, so I've been T-Nick. This has been Transport Fever on the American free game map. Hopefully no more vehicles get old while I'm doing this this wrap up. But yeah, next time we'll hopefully tackle Fort Collins Steel Mill, maybe get the big boy running, because I know I said I'd do that this time, and then I had remembered I had to build that other steel train. We'll have to check in and see how that's doing too, by the way. But until next week, I've been T-Nick. This has been Transport Fever on the American free game map. Thanks for your company, and I'll see you all next time. Later days.